Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's coverage of Breck Live. It is Lincoln and I here for the pregame show. Right now, we are finishing up this JV matchup between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Mustangs. Right now, the score is 39-18, with number 2 attempting to hit some free throws here for the Mustangs, with just over 5 minutes to go. And we're excited for a nice some basketball action. I haven't been here in a while.
Yes, it is exciting to see you back once again here. It's exciting to see you back here once again after a few game stretch without you, particularly commentating the boys' games and seeing some new information, particularly the Lady Tigers lost against Bethlehem just a few days ago, unfortunately. But the good thing that we do have to say coming out of that game is the Lady Tigers are still ranked 21st in the state in RPI following that loss. And in case you were wondering, Bethlehem is ranked 14th. And going into this game, we have some high hopes, certainly would be a good way to put it. Muhlenberg County, the Lady Mustangs, are currently ranked 197th in the state in RPI out of, I believe, 265 teams. So maybe some good prospects there. They are 1-6 on the season. They have had 7 games canceled due to COVID-19, which is pretty interesting. They're currently averaging 39 points per game, 28% from the field, 24% from 3. And the one statistic that they do have us beat in is their 61% free throw percentage, because as of the Bethlehem matchup, I believe we're averaging 59% free throw percentage. So, Cam, do you have any particular numbers that you want to talk about or any information about Muhlenberg?
Like I said before, I didn't have much on Muhlenberg.
Yeah.
But I do have some from the Lady Banshees when we did play Bethlehem.
Yep.
In that game, Tigers were 30% from the field goal, 24% from the 3, which is a lot lower than what we normally go for. But they were 59% from the free throw, like you said. Isabel Grimes led the scoring that night with 15 points, followed by senior Cassie McDaniel with 9. I believe Sydney Tucker was named the player of the game for Breck with 7 points and 5 rebounds. Now, I mentioned I had some numbers for the Lady Banshees. Kind of a cool name, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, pretty nice mascot.
They shot 42% from the field goal, 38% from three-point, and 84% for free throws. So, yeah, they're kind of hot, it seemed, that night. But, you know, the Lady Tigers, they want to play these competitive teams and to get them ready for the tournament. And I think a team like that, losing by, 14?
Yeah.
I think that's a good loss. Obviously, you don't want to lose by double digits, but I mean, and just saying, because they haven't played a team like that all season long, and I think it's pretty good for them to kind of get used to that, for that competitiveness for whenever the tournament comes, because we obviously want to see them go through the tournament with ease. If they can beat Meade County, I can say that the Lady Tigers should be able to get the third region win.
I can certainly see that happening, and you talked about playing good opponents. Coming up on the 5th, I believe, the Lady Tigers are going to take on Henderson County, who is currently at the top of the second region, the one that also contains Webster County, who we did play the other day. So hopefully we can get a big win over Henderson County. They're one of the top-ranked teams in the state. But correct me if I'm wrong, they did lose to Owensboro Catholic.
They did lose to Owensboro Catholic. I believe it was by 1 or 2. It was a pretty close game, and it was a very low-scoring game, might I add. It was incredibly low. I saw the score, and I was like, no way. No way that was a final for a high school game.
Let me see if I can find that number, because
I believe it was in the 40s. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was like 48 to maybe 47, 49, I'm not sure.
I can check just to be sure, but yeah, that was definitely an interesting game. So yeah, no, actually, so for Henderson it was an away game, so it would be at the Sports Center, which we've seen a lot of low-scoring games at the Sports Center. Owensboro Catholic won 38 to 37.
38 to 37.
Yeah.
Okay, I was up. I gave him a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's honestly insane. But I mean, Owensboro Catholic did pull it out, and obviously with basketball, especially this year. I don't know what's been up with this year. Just all sports. It's just you can't really compare teams just because if they beat one person, they're going to automatically win. So, like, I don't want to say since we beat Owensville Catholic, we're going to just go right through Henderson.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not going to say that because that just does not happen at all in basketball, it seems like, especially college basketball. I mean, the Blue Bloods are, I won't say trash, but they're not good. I mean, Kentucky's finally starting to heat up a little bit, But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just weird. Basketball is weird sometimes,
Well, thinking back to, what was it, the NCAA tournament, was it UMBC? The Golden Retrievers beat Virginia, the 1 seed, correct?
I believe.
I think that was, I can't remember if that was 2 years ago or not, but yeah, that was one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
UMBC.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy, and they blew them out too. It wasn't even close. Yeah. So yeah, obviously basketball, very sporadic sport. You never really know what's going to happen, and such is similar with many other sports as you talked about. So going into this game, of course, after just mentioning the fact that basketball is very sporadic, very fickle, and unpredictable, going into this game, Muhlenberg again, the Lady Mustangs 1-6 on the season. It's a little bit hard to know exactly how good they're going to be, especially considering who they've played in our region. So taking a quick look at Muhlenberg's schedule here, the games that they have been able to play, they played Henderson County at Henderson County and lost 82-17. So that one, maybe not their best display. And then they followed that up with a 21-point loss to Grayson County. And then after that, lost by 11 to McLean. Their first win of the season came against Callaway County, who is I believe one of the top teams in their region, which I think they may be in the first region. Yes, they're in the first region, and I believe they're a top 3 team in that region. Or no, they're top 4. They're 12-5 on the season, and that's the only win that Muhlenberg has gotten so far. So good on them. And let's see. That was a home game, yes, against Callaway County. And then since they're on a 3-game losing streak against, they played Christian County, then Grayson County, then Ohio County, who are opponents we are familiar with, although I don't believe, have we played Christian County so far? I don't think we have.
No.
Okay. But, yeah, we are certainly familiar with Grayson County, and that's a team that Muhlenberg has lost to twice by 20-point margins. So, I mean, hopefully a good indicator, but again, what we said about difficulty comparing between teams just because they won or lost to another. So, looking at the lineup for the Lady Mustangs, and again, they're only averaging 39 points per game, which is a particularly low amount. I can't remember the exact number that the Lady Tigers are averaging right now per game, but significantly higher margin. And I also didn't look at the numbers, the plus-minus for Muhlenberg. I will try and do the math on that quickly here leading up to the game. But currently, the Lady Mustangs are led in scoring by Sarah Kate Boggs. She's a sophomore averaging 11.6 per game and 7.3 rebounds, which she is their top rebounder. And then second in both points and rebounds is freshman J.C. Knopfsinger. She averages 9 per game and also has 5.4 boards per game. So, not a particularly high-scoring club, but, maybe they'll throw a stalwart defense at us. You never really know. I don't know. Do you have any particular predictions or things you want to see happen in this game that you think could happen?
Obviously, I want to see a bounce back after that Bethlehem game, but I think that's just what Breckenridge County needed.
Mm-hmm.
They've been in such a hot streak that sometimes you need something to cool you off a little bit,
mm-hmm.
or else you're going to go into games that you should automatically win, and you're just going to fumble it all away.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely think they can easily bounce back after that. Just kind of let them refresh a little bit and get a little bit more comfortable back in their setting. And obviously, home they play incredible. Obviously, except for Meade County.
Meade County being the
that's
obvious
just
exception.
Meade County. We gotta beat Meade County.
Meade County, okay.
But
yeah, actually, hold on. Let me check Meade County's RPI. You can continue on if you were going to say any particular
it was
predictions.
basically just I think that's just exactly what we needed. Obviously you don't need a loss to your record, but sometimes that's just what needs to happen.
That's
just what needs to happen,
Yeah.
to propel a team forward.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Definitely coming back from a loss. I think a lot of it is just maintaining concentration.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't relax. You can't take your foot off the gas for the rest of the season just because you're doing well. And actually, looking at RPI, Meade County currently is ranked 78 in the state right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say I don't know how we lost to them because I know exactly.
I
know exactly how we lost to them. It's just, will we be able to settle down next time we play them, concentrate, and fix the little things that we messed up on? You know, and I think we've started to do that, especially after that game. We kind of had to get our heads down, focus a lot harder, and beat other teams like Owensboro Catholic, and you know. So
I think that's one of the traits that we've really, I think upgraded is probably a good word, is our defensive adaptability has gone up a lot, I think, since the Meade County game, because I think we struggled out of the gate with trying to adapt to how Meade County played, but I think we've done well, at least the Lady Tigers have. I say we, but you guys know who I'm talking about. This is Breck Live after all. But I think the Lady Tigers have done a very good job recently of adapting. I was unable to watch the Bethlehem matchup live, so I'm not exactly sure what happened in that game. I mean,
I don't either.
Obviously, you said field goal percentage being a big factor there. Theirs was significantly higher than ours, but
from what I've heard, they've just shot lights out, and the girls played really well. It's just Bethlehem just was better, you know. That happens a lot of times too. It's just you just gotta tip your hat to them and say, all right.
And again, you kind of attributed that to sort of we haven't. Not to, slight any of our opponents in any way that we've played so far, but we haven't really had one of those big region challengers like we said, Bethlehem coming out of the region with, I believe, E-Town. I'm not 100% certain on that. I can check. But they've obviously played some pretty competitive games and have seen opponents that we have not yet seen the likes of. So games coming up here that we may see some more of that sort of action. Henderson County is a big one. I'm not sure of John Harden's prowess, but after that we just have a couple more regular season games and then we go into the district tournament. So hopefully we can pull out a big win in the district tournament, eventually hopefully win the region tournament as well. I mean, I think we match up well against every team in the region. I just think we just have to win it, really. And this in particular, I think should be a good matchup for us. Hopefully, Muhlenberg, since they have been able to play some games, can maybe finally get some good practice in. Maybe they've had some difficult minutes here and there. Particularly, I believe all of their first 5 games of the season were canceled, which is kind of mind-boggling to me. Like, I feel like jumping into that next 3-game stretch had to have been difficult for them, and that was, again, a 3-game losing streak. So their first game of the season that they actually played was a 65-point loss to Henderson County. Like, that's got to be pretty demoralizing, especially early on. I'm sure not going to have a ton of practice against an opponent like that, not having any sort of season beforehand to go on. But I believe that Muhlenberg is in a bit of a rebuilding period. They have a relatively young team, not near as young as a team like Hancock County. At least on aggregate, I think Hancock County is a bit younger. But you can see their 2 top players are a freshman and a sophomore as far as scoring and rebounding is concerned. They have, I believe, only 3 seniors, as opposed to, I believe, the Edmondson team we played in the boys' game yesterday had 7. So that was interesting. I don't know if you caught that or not, but that was an interesting game to watch. The boys just slightly fell.
I only got to see the very end of it.
Okay. It was pretty crazy game. Edmondson had a ton of energy going into that, so maybe we'll see some sort of opposition like that from Muhlenberg. Our hope is a big win. That's what we hope for every time going into any game. Hopefully just friendly spirited competition, but really not much to go on other than that for Muhlenberg. Let's see, they have 3 seniors. I don't think they have a single junior on their varsity squad. They have, 4 sophomores, I want to say, and several freshmen. The rest of their varsity team that dresses out is indeed just freshmen. So relatively young squad, just kind of coming in this, trying to get some experience. And we're not exactly sure on who the starting lineup is going to be yet for them. We have their roster right here in front of us. They have a decent bit of size. They don't have anyone overwhelmingly large. I believe their tallest player is 5'8". It stays pretty average across the board, though, for them as far as height is concerned. It ranges from 5'1", but that's kind of an extreme outlier. It's about 5'4" to 5'8", in that range. All of them are right there in that same height scale. So I don't know how they'll match up athletically. Just seeing how they've performed so far in this JV game, hopefully an indicator of good things to come. And again, the score now sits at 48-24, favoring the Lady Tigers. So I would say probably good signs for the varsity squad going into this. I don't know. Do you have anything else to add here? Or?
Yeah, you just like to see the JV team pull out a win. That normally gives the varsity squad a bit of a boost.
Yeah, for sure. Trying to think what happened. The JV game yesterday for the boys was very similar to the varsity game, so maybe it'll be
JV normally does kind of reflect what's going to happen with the varsity. I can't say that for baseball, though, because JV plays after varsity. It's kind of weird.
So
I don't know.
So I guess baseball tryouts were just yesterday, correct me if I'm wrong there.
So
what are your thoughts? I know this is entirely not pertaining to basketball, so apologies for everybody watching who is listening to hear for some more basketball, but what are your thoughts going into this baseball season?
I just want the field to get done, you know.
All right.
We've been having to practice we practiced in the parking lot today, and I don't want to do that. So I want the field done. Obviously, I think from what I heard,
oh my!
Wow, can they turn the music down, please? Okay. What I was gonna say was, whoa, don't turn me up too much there. All right.
Okay.
Anyway, what I was gonna say was, I think I've heard that we should have the field done pretty closely to whenever we start the season. I know I'm pretty sure we're away a couple of games before we play home.
Okay.
But I don't know if it'll be ready by the time we exactly start our like home opening day, but soon after, hopefully. I don't know.
So is it all getting turfed? Is that what's
it's supposed
happening?
to be turf? I'm not sure about I assume the outfield will be grass. I kind of hope so.
Okay.
I'm not a big turf guy.
Okay.
I like natural fields, but the hops, you definitely know where they're gonna go. So I mean that definitely benefits you a lot more on ground balls and stuff. But I don't know. It's supposed to be a really nice. I've seen the plans and they look great, and hopefully they just get it done.
So speaking of things that are really nice and baseball season, today's weather. I know it's like the cliche bringing up of the weather, but
listen, I mean,
awesome.
I was out, had the guns out, you know. Arms. Not. Listen,
I was gonna say,
be careful with what I say there.
Maybe clarify that.
Yeah, it was nice out, you know.
Yeah,
it was great.
I was able to get out and play golf in a t-shirt and shorts today, which is insane for February. So.
Yeah, I mean, you just walk outside and you're like, whoa.
And there's still snow.
There's still snow out. And I'm like, what the heck? I don't like this. Turn on some rock music. I'm like, all right, boys.
Yeah.
It's time, you know. I'm ready.
So speaking of it being time and getting ready, we now have the Lady Tigers on the court warming up following the end of that JV competition. So the Lady Tigers JV team won pretty handily. So we have about 23 minutes to go here before the first throw-in of the game, and we actually talked with Skylar yesterday about the parameters behind the coin flip before the game.
Yeah.
So apparently it's the two coaches do it right before they go into the locker room in the pregame.
Okay.
So I don't know exactly how that's decided. All she said was that Coach Mormon loses their coin flip every time.
Yeah.
So.
He better start. If he just picks head, I'd say switch to tails, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's 50-50 shot.
Yeah,
you know.
that's true.
Unless it's a weighted coin.
In which case, things are getting a little bit questionable.
Yeah, you know.
But so we also talked about the advantages of doing the coin flip versus having an actual tip-off, because we said that the Lady Tiger, or not, I did not say this, but Skylar said the Lady Tigers have a bit of a, not necessarily a size disadvantage, but we don't have like one particularly tall player who can jump really high to win the tip-off every time. So she said that she thought it was an advantage, actually, that we haven't done tip-off several times this season.
Yeah, I mean,
I think is interesting.
I could see that. Yeah, that does make sense.
And I think this is one of the games that we may actually have an advantage in tip-off. I don't know exactly how.
I'm just now looking at Muhlenberg right now, and they don't look like they have much height. It looks pretty equally matched up, honestly. Like just overall as a team, but then again, like we said, they are a pretty young team. So.
Yeah. But again, they all sit in that same height range. Like you don't have any extreme outliers, which I guess is also very similar to Breckenridge County. I mean, the Lady Tigers have a very similar lineup as well. I mean, we do have Kaylee Huffines for a lot of height, particularly. We saw the play, I believe, the end of the quarter against Meade County, where
I wanted to see more of that game, but
that was very well executed.
We don't always see that. We don't always get what we want. But yeah.
She got some big minutes in the JV game during that win. They actually started off a bit slow. I think Muhlenberg was actually up 10-7 early on, and then I kind of turned away and then looked back, and it was like 25-10. So I was like, I guess things are going well for them. But yeah, I guess again, if you guys are just now tuning in, things are looking pretty good for the Lady Tigers going into this game. Just coming off a loss, so certainly going to be looking for, I don't know necessarily revenge, but definitely just trying to get back into the swing of winning some games. Coming off that loss against 14th in the state in RPI ranked Bethlehem. So I think that was honestly a pretty even matchup. I believe we played that game at Bullitt East High School.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know as far as that being a neutral site where Bethlehem's actually located, so I'll try and find out more information on that. Let's see. I'm trying to think. We may cut to a commercial here shortly, but make sure to stick around for trivia before tip-off. Probably, I don't know when exactly we'll come back, but it'll be right between the national anthem, it'll be in a few minutes, essentially, before the national anthem. So, I guess, do you think now would be probably?
Yeah, that's probably the best go-to.
I feel like we've talked a lot so far, so I guess we will catch you guys here shortly.
Yeah.
In, I don't know, maybe 2-3 minutes with some more information somewhere in there before the national anthem.
We'll talk to you before the game starts.
Essentially, that's how things are going to go. But we do have trivia, so stick around for that. We will see you guys in just a few minutes.
Welcome back, everybody. We have just about 14, I guess you could say, minutes to go until the start of this matchup. So just to recap, if you did not catch the pregame show, remember that that's going to be about 45 minutes to an hour before each game. Lady Tigers, that is.
Yes.
Yes. And so we had some lively discussion about just whatever.
It was miscellaneous topic, some would say.
Much. But just as a quick recap, Breck is going to be coming into this game 13-2 on the season after recently falling to a top-rated team, Bethlehem, last Saturday, 48-62. I believe that you said they were ranked 14th in the state.
Yes,
Breck
currently.
County ranked 21st in the state in RPI.
Yes.
It was a tough game, but the Lady Tigers played well, just could not push back the hot shooting Lady Banshees. They were 30% from the field, 24% for the three-point, and 59% for free throws, so a little bit higher on the free throws than normal for the Lady Tigers. Isabel Grimes led scoring with 15 points, followed by Cassie McDaniel with 9, and Sydney Tucker was named player of the game for Breck with 7 points and 5 rebounds. The Lady Banshees shot 42% from the field, 38% three-point, and 84% for free throw as a team. That's a pretty good stat margin for a 62-point game for them. So the Lady Tigers are going to use this very competitive performance to boost them and get them ready for the rest of the season and tournament time. So tonight they play the Lady Mustangs, who they fell to in the third region tournament last season. So they're definitely going to be trying to be competitive tonight to come back against that. But as we talked earlier, the Lady Mustangs, they are 1-6 so far on the season. And they lost a lot of older players last year. They're really composed of a lot of young girls that are going to be playing for them.
And Muhlenberg's currently ranked 13th in the region, just for reference.
Okay.
Just to jump in there with that. But honestly, it's shaping up to hopefully be an exciting one here. The Lady Tigers, again, after losing to Bethlehem, are trying to bounce back, get a big win here. And again, to kind of boost them later into the season. Following this game, there is a matchup against Cloverport, which I believe is a doubleheader on Thursday. So definitely make sure to catch that one. It is a home game, so more than likely Breck Live will be on that. And again, follow the Twitter. Make sure to stay updated with that. That is the best way to know whether or not we will be live streaming. And generally, we like to do tweets the morning of. And I know if you follow either Breck County Athletics, Breck County Lady Tigers, Breck County Fighting Tigers, or Breck Live, any of us, or
the Breckenridge County School.
Yeah, Breckenridge County Schools. Pretty much follow all of them just to make sure, but you're going to get enough notifications that you should be aware of anytime we go live. But again, so doubleheader against Cloverport coming on Thursday, so that should be a good one. So hopefully the Lady Tigers can pick up a couple of wins here, and then we play Ohio County, who I'm not sure. I don't think we've played Ohio County so far. So we play Cloverport, Barron County, Ohio County, and then the big matchup against Henderson County out of the second region. They are the top team in that region, and that is a team that beat Muhlenberg 82-17 at the beginning of this season. So probably going to be pretty intense competition. So shall we start with the trivia for halftime?
I believe we shall. I'll let you go first with the Breck County trivia.
Okay, so for all of you who are new to the trivia segment, I generally have a piece of trivia that is attributed to either the history of Breck County or some fun facet of information about Breck County. And if you do get if you are the first person to put the correct answer in the chat of Breck Live, you will get a shout out at halftime. So we will see. This one is probably my most difficult question to date. It will either take a decent bit of research, or you will probably have to be aware of the history of Lady Tigers athletics. So, my question is, including the 1999 and 2000 season, how many district tournament wins, and this is just tournament games, have the Lady Tigers had since that season? Including that season, how many have they had?
Wait, district games?
District tournament games. Just tournament. Not in the district, just in the district tournament.
District tournament games, not wins, games.
Wins.
Okay.
How many wins have they had?
Hang on now.
How many wins have they had in district tournament games since
Oh
the
my
year
gosh.
1999.
Go to KHSAA scoreboard.
That's probably going to be your best way to
I'm
find
just gonna
it.
give you the just go to that and you'll find it.
And again, this number is according to the KHSAA
Bro.
scoreboard, so it could be wrong, but I believe we have the correct number.
Get
So
a calculator.
yeah.
That's-
So yeah,
okay.
Cam, you go ahead and give your
Mine's
question
a
now.
little bit easier. My goodness.
I had to find a fun one.
Okay, John Kennedy's down there. All right, Mr. Stats guy is currently, I believe, going to be announcing the game. But anyway,
Hopefully, yes. Okay.
my trivia is a little bit more wide world of sports, just anything really. I think last time I threw some shade.
Yeah.
And
yes, you did.
About Trevor Bauer and the Dodgers. Whew, love it. Opening day was the other day, or not opening day, but spring training started the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. All right,
Exciting
anyway.
stuff.
Anyway,
All right.
so my trivia question: what UK Wildcat team ended the regular season 31-0 and ended the full season 38-1? This was the best by a team that did not end their season undefeated. So, yeah,
There's the question.
just give me the year that season was,
And for mine,
and we'll shout you out.
give me the number of district tournament game wins, district tournament wins in total games, not just okay, not just championships. The number of games that they've won in the district tournament since 1999.
No one is going to answer that.
They've
no
gotta
one's
do-
going to answer
they've
that.
gotta
I
do some
wouldn't
hard
answer.
research.
I would not even look that up. I would not even worry about that. Just try to go for mine, I guess. I
Okay,
don't know.
so I mean, look down up for a shout out at halftime if you want, or if you do know it, then you're a grandmaster of Lady Tigers.
Can I make a
basketball
guess
trivia.
right now?
You can make a guess, yeah. I'll tell you if you're
Okay,
right or
hang
wrong
on.
at halftime.
Hang on. I'm going to say 12.
Okay, okay. All right. Well, I will tell you whether or not you're right at halftime, but we will see. And we're going to cut to a quick commercial before the national anthem, so we will see you guys right before tip-off.
welcome back, everybody. Just about 3 minutes to go until we start some Lady Tiger action against the Muhlenberg Mustangs.
So no certainties yet on who first possession is going to go to, but judging by the possession arrow, which I'm not sure if they just turn it on or update it, but let's see. Possession should be going to the Lady Tigers. It says they have the possession arrow, which is making me think Muhlenberg is going to actually get the ball first.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not certain on that, but we will see. Again, we are doing inbound now instead of tip-off at the beginning of the game, so we talked about the advantages and disadvantages of that, but if you are just now tuning in, the Lady Mustangs are currently 1-6 on the season after having all of their first 5 games of the season canceled and then suffering a 65-point defeat in their first official game of the season. So they have had a difficult season so far. They are recovering from losing a lot of seniors, and I believe you said last year in the 3rd region tournament they defeated the Lady Tigers. Is that what you said earlier? I'm not certain on that.
Last season?
Yes.
Yeah, they in the tournament, in the 3rd region tournament.
Okay, so Lady Tigers.
Second round.
Okay.
I believe.
So the Lady Tigers looking to enact some revenge in that respect, and they are just coming off of a loss to Bethlehem. So trying to really kick it into high gear for the rest of the season, be ready for the district tournament, be ready for the regional tournament. We have no predictions as of yet for who will win this game, but we hope to think the Lady Tigers will. They are currently 13-2 following that loss to Bethlehem, still top ranked in the 3rd region, at least by scale of RPI, by a pretty healthy margin. We have a 657 RPI, whereas Owensboro Catholic, the 2nd-ranked team, has a 612. So I'd say we're sitting in a pretty good place. Just have to pull out a few more wins here. Again, we go against Cloverport Thursday. So I don't know. I don't really have much else to add, I think.
I think we're just going to have to wait and see how it goes. I mean,
it seems like, at least statistically, we have a very high probability of winning this one. If there were like some sort of sports gambling app for high school sports, I feel like
listen, we're in Kentucky. We can't be doing that. No sports betting, all right?
I feel like
sports betting.
I feel like if there were some sort of mechanism, but I don't know.
That's gonna trigger Matt Jones.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop with that for now. But yeah, I don't know. Things definitely shaping up to be an interesting one here. I don't want to necessarily say a good one. It should be exciting, as with all high school sports. So should be able to jump right into this one. Going to try and keep track of as many points as possible. And I'm actually kind of curious to see the starting lineup for Muhlenberg. We don't really have a ton of predictions as far as that's concerned. We can be fairly certain that Sarah Kate Boggs, the sophomore, their leading scorer and leading rebounder, will be starting, as well as JC Knopfsinger, the freshman guard. She is their 2nd leading scorer and 2nd leading rebounder. So those are pretty much my only 2 guesses on starters so far. Their team as a whole, not fantastic. 3-point percentage, field goal percentage. Their free throw percentage is better than ours, so that is certainly a plus that they do have going into this one. But we are going to see the starting lineups coming in now, and the pep section has also been brought back following last night's game, so maybe it was a success. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. So the first one is going to be 32, Alyssa Browning.
So we've got Browning, I believe she is a senior.
Chloe Lynn, number 3.
So Lynn there is also a senior.
Maddie Vinson, number 13.
So Vinson is also a senior.
And
so
I believe they also have J.C. Knopfsinger and who's that? I couldn't tell who the last one is. Maybe
I'd assume Boggs, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So Brett County, I imagine it's the exact same starting lineup that we have been using. Isabel Grimes.
Isabel Grimes, the junior, one of our leading scorers. And honestly, our scoring spread is very versatile.
Yeah.
We talked about that, I believe, last game. We can score from almost any angle, almost any player, and I think that's part of what makes us so unguardable. But
yeah, Isabel's averaging 15 points per game now. She has 220 points so far on the season.
Mm-hmm.
And she's followed right behind Leah Mucker with 216 points, 14 points per game, and Cassie McDaniel 193 points, 13 points per game. So 1, 2, and 3 right below each other. And
should be a pretty good one here.
I think Breckinridge County does have the ball. I think you were right. I think it is our possession.
All right. Sounds good to me. Let's see if we can start off hot here. Maybe Coach Mormon won the coin flip. Okay.
Well, there you go then.
So this one could be interesting. Lady Tigers again take first possession, coming off that 14-point loss to Bethlehem. So let's see. I believe Sydney Tucker's going to inbound. Isabel Grimes going to head the offense here to start things off. Looks like they're running a high offense here. Aaliyah Mucker's going to take it. She goes for two, knocks it down easily. So first early 2 points there for the Lady Tigers in just about 10 seconds. So pretty good start for them, and they jump out in the press.
Oh, what a nice block there by Aaliyah Mucker, all ball.
Aaliyah Mucker pretty much just hands the ball back there. Not much difficulty on that defensive play, so certainly a pretty solid start.
What a stop from an easy bucket, most likely.
Yeah. As the Lady Tigers are going to be back in that press that we are so fond of seeing.
That was pretty good defense there by Lily Critchlow. Just couldn't do much without drawing a foul. So Isabel Grimes is going to bring the ball up the court. Pretty fast pace for both teams right now.
So nice finish there by their leading scorer, Bogus. I'm now being informed. So we're going to see what happens on this possession, as hopefully the Lady Tigers can start to heat up and kind of run away with this one early. Lily Critchlow goes up for two. No good. Rebound falls there to Browning, I believe. And Lady Mustang's going to take it quickly in transition. Go for two. No good. Offensive rebound there to Vinson. And they are going to swing it around here. August has it. Goes back to Vinson. And they are moving it around a little bit here. Lady Tigers set up in the 2-3 half court. So definitely looking pretty solid defensively, I think, so far.
Yeah, without a doubt. Almost had a little break in defense earlier, but the shot just didn't go.
Yeah. Haven't really given up much defensively, though, so far, about a minute and a half in here.
Wide open three, and passed it right back into Sydney Tucker.
She's going to take it quickly in transition.
Oh, and it's stolen. No, it's picked up by Aaliyah Mucker, so they're going to have to reset it a little bit. Isabel for the contested three, in and out. Aaliyah Mucker tried getting the rebound.
Bogus gets it, goes the other direction. And
good defense by Sydney Tucker, pretty aggressive.
We've seen Sydney Tucker play great defense all season. I believe she's averaging about 3 steals per game right now, which is a pretty incredible number, honestly. So I don't know about our forced turnover numbers for our team, but I would say it's a pretty high number.
I'd say it's pretty high, yeah.
I'm not exactly sure if there's a stat for that. I could try and find that later, but we'll see. So the Lady Tigers, though, well known for having that very prominent defense as they sit in this 2-3 here. And Muhlenberg is going to get it into the middle here. Lady Mustangs moving it around the perimeter. And August goes up, knocks down a pretty nice jumper there over Aaliyah Mucker.
Burkett County needs to look for another quick bucket here, as we're almost 3 minutes into the first quarter.
Isabel's going to kick it over to Aaliyah on the right wing.
Gives it to Sydney open for almost the M1. Just couldn't get to go.
As a nice play, though, by them. You could see that back screen worked very well in getting Sydney open on the cut. So she's going to have 2 free throws to equalize the game here.
Sydney, a 66% free throw shooter. And a not very high free throw shooting team.
That's
the
true.
Lady Tigers.
It's been a bit of a struggle so far for us this season, despite our great three-point shooting percentage. But Sydney's going to go up. She knocks down the first. So score is now 4-3, favoring the Lady Mustangs. So we have to hope the Lady Tigers pick it up a bit here offensively and defensively, as I believe Bogus has knocked down a couple now to give us a bit of a deficit. And the second free throw's up and good for Sydney Tucker, the junior.
Sydney's going to tie it up now, just at 4.
As sort of a light press here for the Lady Tigers. Bogus has it. She drives. Can't quite finish. Nice rebound there by Lily Critchlow. She does a great job inside of stopping, as Sydney Tucker kicks up to Isabel Grimes in the right corner. Gets it back to Sydney. Gets it over to Aaliyah. She goes for the top of the key three. No good.
Oh, nice rebound by Isabel. Ooh, just rushed it a little bit.
She can't quite finish there either. So still 4-4. Equal ball game here. Mustangs take it the other direction.
Contested three from Bogus. No good. Rebounded by, I believe Sydney Tucker got the pickup. Almost stepped out of bounds there.
Definitely
keep it in.
A few close calls here early on, as Isabel Grimes has it. Kicks to Cassidy McDaniel in the corner. Kicks to Sydney Tucker. She's going to drive. Kicks to Aaliyah. She drives. Goes up for 2.
Nice move there with the left hand for Aaliyah Mucker. Bringing it 6-4.
There. Aaliyah so far has 4 on the game. So that may be the possession we need there to kind of try and run away with this one, but we shall see. As Lady Mustang's going to take it. A nice screen there from Vinson. And foul called believe it's going to be on Sydney Tucker. So the pep section a little bit angry about that call.
Just a single what down there?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting to hear that. Anyways, Lady Mustangs to inbound on the sideline here. And they're going to try and set up an offense once more. Screen coming here now from Browning. And drive there is the shot, no good by Knopfsinger.
Good rebound there by Lily Critchlow.
Lady
Aaliyah
Tigers
in the corner now.
taking it the other direction.
Oh.
Tries to hand off to Isabel Grimes.
Not sure what Isabel's trying to do there. Trying to skip it over to Lily.
And just threw it a little bit too far outside there. Got to pick up the momentum here a little bit, but still leading this ball game. Doing a pretty solid job, I think, so far. Haven't really given up a ton of easy shots.
No.
Maybe a couple.
And there's the steal that we probably needed right away from Isabel. She's going to drive through, almost loses it. Cassidy for the three. It's
she
good.
Knocks it down.
Just what you need from Cassidy McDaniel early on to get things going, as it's now 9-4.
Such a great three-point shooter, and we've seen her all season be able to step up and confidently knock those shots down. The Lady Mustangs have possession now. Nice screen there, and just kind of trying to get some motion, maybe get themselves an open shot. They really haven't had many opportunities, as the Lady Tigers now set up in a man-to-man, interestingly enough.
We'll see how this goes. I always like it whenever they switch it up a bit, as, Isabel almost had the steal there.
As they move it around, get some penetration going. Three on the way. Knocked down there by Vincent, the senior. It's now score 9-7. About 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter of action. Been a little bit of a slow start, but things I think have looked good for the Lady Tigers, as Isabel gets it over to Aaliyah, who kicks it to Cassidy. She drives, tries to hand off to Isabel, and just throws it straight into the hands of Knopfsinger there. Absolutely denied.
That was definitely a necessary foul there. That would have been quite the easy bucket.
So, fortunate break there, as Lady Mustangs to inbound now. And they throw it in and also throw it away. So, Lady Tigers take possession.
Yeah, this is an interesting first quarter right now.
Yeah, definitely not the start we anticipated.
No, definitely not the start we normally see from the Lady Tigers, that is.
Some mental lapses on both sides. Not something we expected. So, Lady Tigers to inbound. They still maintain a lead of 9-7, so 2.5 minutes of action to go here. Isabel's going to head the offense once more. And kind of hard to tell how the Lady Mustangs are set up right now. It looks like a man-to-man, as
nice move there by Skylar Tucker.
Skylar Tucker's going to take it in and finish. It's a nice play there. She gets her first of the game. As nice defense by Isabel Grimes in the backcourt here. And
Vincent in the corner now.
Lady Mustangs having some trouble here handling the ball a little bit.
Still in this man-to-man defense right now as the Lady Tigers.
It is
and almost a steal by Caroline Lucas.
It's looked pretty solid so far.
And
as
Isabel got the swat off.
Isabel Grimes gets a nice hand in there to knock the ball away from August. So looks like the Lady Mustangs going to set up on the baseline here. Caroline Lucas guarding the inbound. As throws it into troublesome territory, as Sydney Tucker is going to knock that one out. And things looking a bit slow for the Lady Mustangs here. They've knocked down a few difficult shots, but really haven't had many great opportunities, I would say.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. In the opportunities that they probably should have been able to score off, they just hadn't been able to get the shot to go down.
It's a very fair point to make there, as Vincent has it. She's going to drive and just drops back once more. Gets it inside here. So I believe Teague now in.
And Aaliyah Mucker with the rebound, hands it off to Sydney Tucker. Oh, tried passing it to her sister.
And taken away by Bogus there. She's going to go the other direction quickly.
Tried to get a pick from Bogus there.
Leah gets the rebound, takes it quickly the other direction. Skylar has it, hands back to Aaliyah in the corner. Skylar's going to go for three. Well off the mark there. Rebound by Vincent, and a foul, I think, called on Caroline Lucas. Not certain on that one, but yes, the foul going to be on Caroline Lucas there.
You don't see Skylar shoot the ball very much, although she is 47% from the field. Not a whole lot of three-pointers.
And I think she actually has the highest VPS rating on our team. I know it's kind of an arbitrary number to talk about, but I just thought that was interesting because she's such a valuable defensive player, and she doesn't take a lot of bad shots. I thought that was a confident shot. I mean, she just didn't make it, but yeah, you want to see somebody take open shots. So for certain, an opportunity for the Lady Tigers, as Skylar now guarding Bogus at the point here. And they work it around here.
Not really trusting the left hand, I don't think.
No, I don't believe
so. And that's
so.
just going to be almost a steal by Isabel Grimes.
And to strip it as Bogus can't finish the two there. Leah Mucker has it.
And right into the hands of the Mustangs, but she's going to get it back.
Oh, my. What a hustle play by Leah Mucker there to get that ball. And Cassidy McDaniel found. She finishes the quick, easy layup there in transition.
Lady Tigers need to kind of settle down a little bit. They're trying to rush things a little too much, I think.
Yeah, they've thrown a couple leery passes, I would say.
Yeah.
Not great ones, but I think they've done a pretty solid job so far defensively at the very least. Lady Mustangs not having a lot of looks here, particularly in the last couple of minutes. About 15 seconds remain here in this first quarter of action.
Going to try to get the last shot off.
As
Macy Fields with the ball right now.
Isabel Grimes playing fantastic defense.
Great defense, as it's just going to be a turnover. So Lady Tigers with 3 seconds to make something happen at the end of the first. Lady
Tigers putting on a lot of pressure here early, especially in these last few minutes. I think defensively they've done a great job being right up on the ball. As I believe Isabel Grimes is going to take the last shot here. 3.5 seconds remain. She picks it up. It's going to fire from half court. And good.
That looked good.
Right on target. Just barely kicks off the back of the iron. So the score is 13-7 at the closing of this first quarter of action. Lady Tigers maintaining a lead over the Lady Mustangs. So things definitely looking good early on. We've seen a pretty good showing so far from Cassidy McDaniel. I believe she averages, I'm trying to think, I believe around 14 per game. Not 100% certain on that number.
It's 13 points per game, I believe.
13 per game, and she currently has 5 in the first quarter, so that's a pretty good sign. She's knocked down a 3 and then a nice finish there in transition. So pretty good work so far for them, as we've seen a pretty good defensive showing from the Lady Tigers, which we have gotten used to from them. I think they do a great job of holding opponents to a minimal number of points, which I think has led to them having such a big average margin of victory. Is, you know, they score a lot, but also they keep teams to a very low number. Particularly, again, in that win over Owensboro Catholic. And we talked about Owensboro Catholic playing Henderson at the Sports Center and scored 38-37 or 39-38, one of the two.
It's just something about the Sports Center. I tell you, I promise. There's something with it.
The Sports Center has a different amount of gravity than we have here. It's a different environment altogether. But Lady Mustang's going to get possession here at the end or at the beginning of the second quarter. And interestingly enough, only 3 fouls called so far in this game. It's been a very fast-paced game.
Yeah, the refs just kind of just wanted to go on.
Not a lot of stoppages.
There's been a couple of, I can see some wrist taps that probably might get called normally, but
yeah. As Lady Mustangs take it, and kind of a bad foul
as I say
there.
That, there's just a foul.
Bad foul by Caroline Lucas there. That's her second now.
Yeah, last foul she had probably wasn't a good one either. It was down in our end of the court.
Yeah, unfortunate blunder there, but free throw opportunity now here for, I believe, Lynn. She's going to knock it down. Score's now 13-8, favoring the Lady Tigers. So Chloe Lynn here, the senior, going for her second free throw. She knocks it down. So Lady Mustang certainly not going away early on here, and Lady Tigers going to take it in the opposite direction quickly. Isabel Grimes has it. Gives it over to Cassidy. She's going to drive into the paint, hands it off to Aaliyah, who goes up for 2, and she's fouled. So speaking of the devil, there's 2 fouls early on here in the second quarter, as Aaliyah Mucker, the senior, going to have 2 free throws here. Spread the lead out a little bit more. She is also a very high percentage free throw shooter, and just misses the first one there, unfortunately. And we saw that several times yesterday in the Fighting Tigers game. Some high percentage free throw shooters, and again, the Fighting Tigers have a pretty high free throw percentage on average. So it was very strange to see them missing a lot of free throws, and I think it may have cost them that game, but pretty solid performance from them, I think, as Leah Mucker knocks down the second there. She now has 5 on the game. So Lady Mustang's going to take it opposite direction now. August has it. Gets it to Lynn in the corner, and she's going to drive towards the middle. And
that's just going to be a steal to Isabel Grimes. She's going to go around. Oh.
Foul called, though. Isabel Grimes going to get 2 free throws.
Listen, every time I see that, I'm just waiting for an alley-oop, you know? And just a lob and a slam. That's all I want to see.
That would be pretty fun if we saw that in this game, I think. But you saw there Lynn tried to kind of hand it off to Knopfsinger, but Isabel was pretty much in that passing lane the entire time. She's going to knock down the first free throw. So that's her first points of the game. So Tigers showing some early signs of life here in this second quarter, as hoping to extend this lead. Isabel Grimes, second free throw on the way, and just off the mark there, and might have been over the back on Aaliyah Mucker there.
But Aaliyah pulled it back just in time before they called anything.
And a nice trap in the corner there by Sydney Tucker and Aaliyah Mucker, as Lady Mustangs forced to use a timeout there. So the press hasn't exactly been the most aggressive one we've seen. We've actually kind of gone a little bit soft, I think, on the press, because normally if we jumped into like a 2-2-1, we'd be trying to steal every pass. And we've kind of laid back a little bit, kind of going into like a 1-2-2, or even we've played a little bit of man in the half court, particularly swapping that up. So not a ton of like steals early on, but I think we've played a very solid defensive game. I think we've done a good job of keeping the Lady Mustangs from taking a lot of easy shots. Overall, I think we've done a very good job of defending the paint. They really haven't had any looks in the paint other than a couple early on, but we've kind of clamped down on that particular area. So now you can see up in the 1-2-2 press here, as risky pass there by the Lady Mustangs, but they do maintain possession. Vincent has it. They now move it around the perimeter. The Lady Tigers now going to get very aggressive defensively in the man-to-man. Bogus has it. She goes up in the middle. Nice finish there.
As we talk about that,
seems
a wide open look in the paint.
It seems we just speak things into existence at this point, but Isabel Grimes has it, hands it off to Cassidy McDaniel on the wing. And Isabel's going to pull it from deep at the top of the key. She knocks it down. So Isabel now has 4 on the game following that 3. As Lady Mustangs nearly throw that one away.
Risky passes. Isabel,
just saves it in there to Muhlenberg.
Yeah.
But a nice hustle play there. And now set up in the man-to-man defense once more. Cassidy jumps in on the baseline to help defensively. Nice teamwork there.
Knopfsinger there didn't get the good look, as Ali is going to go up for the easy layup, bringing it to 20-11.
Man, we see Aaliyah with such quick feet in transition particularly, and she just does a great job
that's
finishing with that.
Look at that there by Skylar Tucker.
Oh! Skylar Tucker just makes a phenomenal steal there, deflects it out of bounds, and then jumps out to save it into Aaliyah, I believe, who fired it up towards Sydney and just couldn't quite find her to get the easy layup. But
what a great finish that would have been.
Yeah, we have seen we've seen a great press, I think, so far with this coming out of the gate here. They've just been able to double team and jump passing lanes every time, and nice defensive play there by, I believe, Isabel Grimes to force them to take a bad shot, as Cassidy McDaniel is going to go for 3 on the right wing. No good. Rebound by Bogus. And once again, not a ton of stoppages here, as I
was about to say there's going to be a reach-in call shortly.
Let's say Leah might have gotten a little too aggressive there defensively. I believe that is her first foul of the game, though. So about 5.5 minutes remain here in this first half of basketball. Lady Tigers maintain a 20-11 lead over the Lady Mustangs. So Natalie Henning now going to come in for Isabel Grimes. And we've seen some valuable minutes from Isabel all season. I believe she averages 29 minutes per game out of the 32 that we play. So definitely a pretty prevalent figure, I would say. As Sydney Tucker now guarding the ball here at the top. And 3 taken in the corner.
Not a good look, I'd say.
Well off the mark there. Rebound, though, does fall to Browning.
And that's going to be a travel. Oh.
So foul on the floor called there on Natalie Henning after just coming into the game.
That was just going to be a probably not a good foul there.
It looked like a travel to me, but I don't know.
I guess they saw it right before she traveled. Not a good foul. That would have been an easy travel call.
Certainly a possibility of either at this point, but Lynn has it now at the top. And Lady Mustangs trying to get a bucket here. They've had some struggles here in the last few minutes.
Vincent now. Passes it over to Bogus. And
August drives. She's
that
fouled.
looked like some pretty good defense.
I believe another foul on Natalie Henning. Or no, I believe
that's
Lily. Was that Lily Critchlow?
I
Could not see the referee's hands, but
yeah, that was Lily Critchlow, I believe.
okay. So free throw here for Bogus. She knocks down the first one and makes it an 8-point lead now for the Lady Tigers. As Bogus goes up for the second free throw, she knocks it down. It's now a 7-point deficit for the Lady Mustangs to try and overcome. Isabel Grimes checks back into the game pretty quickly. And now they are going to try and extend this lead a little bit. Isabel Grimes has it. Kicks over to Sydney Tucker on the right wing. She's going to drive. Kicks out to Lily Critchlow. Kicks to Aaliyah. Moving the ball quickly here. She kicks over to Isabel. And looks like she's going to try and drive. And oh my goodness.
Nice handles there by Isabel
Wow.
Grimes to keep it alive.
What a play by Isabel Grimes. She has 6 now on the game following that fantastic spin move there right in traffic.
I don't think they knew what to do there.
Really?
I think they thought she was down on the ground for sure, down for the count.
Yeah, that was a fairly unguardable play, honestly, by the recovery that she made. As Lady Mustangs making a play here, Lynn goes up.
Good defense there by Aaliyah Mucker.
Lily Critchlow just can't quite corral that rebound there, and ball unfortunately falls straight to the Lady Mustangs, who finish as Natalie Henning's going to go for 2. Air ball, unfortunately. Rebound by the Lady Mustangs, who push quickly in transition. The Lady Tigers still manage to stay into a press here. And 3 on the way now for Browning, well off the mark. Rebound by Isabel Grimes. She's going to take it the other direction quickly.
Muhlenberg looking to slow down a bit. Not sure if fatigue's getting to him. And wow, splitting the defense with ease is Isabel Grimes, 24-15.
So Isabel Grimes, the junior, now has 8 on the game after a couple nice possessions there for her. And Lady Mustangs looking for an answer now, down 9. As Knopfsinger has it at the top. She's dribbling around a little bit. Nice screen there from Browning. And kicks it to Lynn. And nice strip there. As I believe it is going to be knocked out by Isabel Grimes. So the Lady Mustangs to inbound on the baseline.
So Skylar Tucker and Kaylee Huffines going to come in as Natalie Henning and Lily Critchlow come out.
So looks like they are still matched up into a man-to-man defense, which is pretty interesting, as Fields now checks into the game for the Lady Mustangs. So a pretty good second quarter of action, I think, especially defensively for the Lady Tigers. They have done a great job jumping passing lanes. And nice trap there by Skylar Tucker and Kaylee Huffines. Skylar's going to move quickly the other direction. And she kicks over to Sydney on the right wing. She goes for 3, knocks it down. So Lady Tigers now starting to run away with it a little bit. And Sydney Tucker knocks it down. She now has 5 on the game.
Deep skip pass, and it's blocked.
Skylar Tucker, oh my
Whoa,
goodness.
What the hustle play that was.
Nearly rejected her twice there, but the foul called on the second one, so wow. Nice play by Skylar Tucker there. The Lady Tigers do now have 7 fouls, though, so Lady Mustangs will be in bonus from this point onward. So 2 free throws now for Chloe Lynn, senior. She knocks down the first. Looks like it is going to cut the deficit a little bit here. So Lynn now going up for her second and knocks that one down as well. So the Lady Tigers have it. Opportunity to extend the lead just a little bit more, and has Kaylee Huffines wide open in the paint. She catches it but is quickly double teamed. Skylar Tucker has it. Kicks out to Isabel at the top of the key. She goes for 3. Knocks it down.
30 points now for the Lady Tigers. And it's just about to be the end of the first half with 2 minutes to go.
So Isabel now putting on a display in the second quarter so far. She has 11 now on the game. As a few good possessions and then a 3 knockdown there for her. So things definitely looking good for the Lady Tigers. They're now up 13 as Bogus has it. She's going to drive and is blocked by Skylar Tucker.
Another block there for Skylar.
Oh, my goodness. Skylar Tucker making some brilliant defensive plays here as Sydney Tucker's going to take it baseline and foul called, I believe, on the floor. So not certain to know. Looks like she is going to have free throws.
A little bit of confusion there between the 2 refs.
I'm not certain
he
on
was
that.
pointing to the floor.
I'm not sure how that foul was on the shot, but I'll take the free throws.
Okay.
You know? Okay, so 2 free throws now for Sydney Tucker. She currently has 5 on the game, so Opportunity now to extend the lead to 15 if she knocks down both of these, and she misses the first one just short. So Cassidy McDaniel now checks back in for the Lady Tigers, and things definitely looking good here. Not for certain who checked in on the Lady Mustangs, but I will try and figure that out here shortly. As Sydney Tucker now, her second free throw, opportunity to get the lead to 14. She goes up, knocks it down. Sheena has 6 points on the game following that free throw. As Lady Tigers jump right back into that full court press. And Sydney Tucker now guarding Bogus with the ball.
Not giving the Mustangs any time to run.
So both the Tucker twins definitely giving Bogus a hard time right now handling it. Especially we saw Skylar get that big block there on the last possession.
Yeah,
and then Sydney guarding very closely on the ball there. So looks like the Lady Tigers have shifted back into a 2-3.
Movement there for the Mustangs. Oh, is it just in and out?
And Kaylee Huffines makes an aggressive play there, kind of rips the ball away, but jump ball called, so the Lady Tigers do maintain possession. Or not maintain possession, they take possession, I should say, but had the possession.
Well, Kaylee clearly had the ball there, I believe.
I think they just wanted to call it to make sure
I
that
guess so. I don't know.
No violence occurred. As Isabel has it, kicks over to Sydney on the right wing, has Kaylee posted up inside.
Pass to
nice finish by Kaylee Huffines. As nice possession there.
Nice little through pass there. Almost walked. Was number 2, Macy Fields.
So the Lady Mustangs looking a bit intimidated now. August goes up, swatted by Kaylee Huffines. Oh my goodness. What's that, 5 blocks we've seen on the last few possessions?
The defensive display from the Lady Tigers tonight has been outstanding, to say the least.
It's been fantastic, especially in this second quarter.
Yeah, the first quarter was a little bit sketchy, and that's just going to be a
deflection by Sydney Tucker, who dives.
Acrobatic move there from Sydney Tucker.
So the ref is, I was going to say, I wasn't sure what the ref was calling, because Sydney wasn't even touching the ball when he blew the whistle, but he's like, okay, jump ball before anything bad happens. Okay, that was funny. But I believe Bogus to inbound here. As, the Lady Tigers have put on a brilliant defensive display in the second quarter, and that's what I think has allowed them to increase the lead by so much. As the Lady Mustangs have scored 10 in this quarter. Lady Tigers have, I believe, scored 20, though, so that gives them a pretty significant lead. And Lady Mustangs now moving it around here, kind of just dribbling it around as Profit has it at the top here.
And another steal there.
Bogus has it. It's over to Lynn in the corner. Back up to Fields at the top. She goes for 3. No good. Kaylee Huffine scrambling for the rebound here, and she comes away with it. And kicks up to Sydney Tucker. They're going to push in transition. 40 seconds remain here in the second quarter. As tries to hand off to Skylar, who seem to have other plans, but they do execute it eventually. Isabel Grimes has it at the top. 30 seconds to go here in this first half of basketball. The Lady Tigers lead 33-17. Wondering if they're going to look for the last shot, and it seems like they probably will. As Isabel now dribbling it around at the top. 20 seconds to go here. I believe Fields guarding. Certainly not providing any sort of discomfort. 10 seconds remain now. Isabel Grimes going to make the play now.
And finds the open look.
And she drives, and she's going to finish. Nice. Isabel Grimes now has 13 points in this first half. I believe, if not all 13 of them, then a vast majority of them came in that second quarter.
I believe most of them did, honestly.
She put on a show, I must say, to finish that first half off. So the Lady Tigers going to go into halftime with a 35-17 lead over the 1-6 Lady Mustangs. So obviously stick around for the second half, but things definitely looking good for them early on. They led at the end of the first quarter 13-7, so we shall see what happens. And we're going to cut to a quick commercial. We will see you guys near the beginning of the second half.
Welcome back, everybody. We are about 3 minutes to go until the start of the second half, and we have some trivia winners and no winner.
I guess winner, yes.
Nobody
singular.
even attempted to answer your question, but they did answer mine.
Okay.
The winner of my trivia question, which was what UK Wildcat team ended the regular season 31-0 and ended the full season 38-1, was Brett County superfan Chris Burby. The correct answer was the 2014-2015 season with, as LeBron James just tweeted out, one of the most disrespected players in the league, Devin Booker.
Yeah, fair enough. So my trivia question, I'm going to give you guys the answers. I must admit my disappointment is definitely there right now. I thought it was a solid question. I thought maybe we'd have somebody willing to do the research, but so this is, again, according to KHSA scoreboard. But
listen, nobody wants to research when watching a basketball game.
I just thought it would be interesting maybe during, like, the end of the first quarter or something. I don't know. But so according to the KHSA, the Breckinridge County Lady Tigers have won how many games in the district tournament since the 1999-2000 season? The answer was 24 games. In those past, I guess, would it technically be 21 seasons? I'm not 100% certain on that number, but since the 1999-2000 season, including that season, they have won 24 games in the district tournament, which is pretty impressive, I must say. I'm not sure on how many district championships that is. That wasn't the number I researched. Maybe somebody would have gotten it if it would have been the number of district championships, but yes, the number was 24, total number of games they've won in the district tournament since that season. Now, for the task at hand, we jump in. For those of us just now tuning in, the score is currently 35-17. The Lady Tigers lead over the Lady Mustangs of Muhlenberg County. The display in the second quarter, I must say, was pretty phenomenal. The score, I believe, at the end of the first quarter was 13-7, and we now sit 35-17 at half, like I said. So the Lady Tigers really turned it on defensively in that second quarter. I know that's not really indicated by the fact that Muhlenberg scored more points in the second than in the first quarter, but I think the main reasoning for that was just because it was such a fast-paced quarter. There were a lot more fouls called in the second quarter than there were in the first. I think there was a total of maybe like 2 fouls in the first quarter. But yeah, a pretty dominant performance by Isabel Grimes in the second quarter. She had 13, the majority of which came in that quarter, if not all of. But yeah, it's been a very good one so far. They really kicked it into high gear, I would say, with that full court press. They were able to jump passing lanes very easily, and Muhlenberg struggled to find any answers. The Lady Mustangs are going to need a major comeback here if they hope to win this game still.
So the score is 35-17 as Breckinridge County will have possession.
Yes. So hopefully we can get another hot start here and maybe extend the lead a little bit more. Sydney Tucker is going to inbound. And it looks like the starters are all back in here to begin the second half of basketball. So Isabel Grimes is going to take it here at the beginning. And I believe that Muhlenberg also has their starters back in. Isabel's going to take it in. Kicks out to Sydney Tucker. She goes for 3.
Oh,
no good.
Off.
Rebound falls there to Vincent, the senior. And I believe Knopfinger is going to take it.
Wow, nice little deflection
by
there by Aaliyah. Dunk it. Oh, no.
Leah takes it in transition, finishes easily, though.
She didn't get high enough off the ground.
Not quite,
unfortunately.
Not quite.
Maybe next time.
So Aaliyah now has 9 on the game following that
And
basket.
that's another steal from Aaliyah Mucker. And another easy basket.
Fantastic there by Aaliyah.
Yeah, that's going to be a quick timeout for Muhlenberg.
So just
not even
40
a minute
seconds
in.
yeah.
Not even a minute in, and we already got the first time out.
So Muhlenberg definitely flustered here early on after.
Don't like to see 2 quick turnovers as soon as you start.
For sure. And Aaliyah finishes quickly there in transition on both of them with no doubts at all.
Able to not draw a foul either.
And I would say that the Lady Tigers defense has been sort of the harbinger of their big leads, the big deficits that they put teams to, and it makes it difficult for them to come back. I think the facilitation of the defense to create a good transition offense for them is very important for how the team functions. And you can see they're right back into this full court press, and Aaliyah now swarming the ball at the top here as Bogus has it, and
I believe that's 10
10-second violation. They weren't even near getting it over half court.
No, they were not.
They hardly even made it near the volleyball line, as Lady Tigers going to take possession now, and Lady Mustangs having some struggles here early on.
So it's 39-17. Breckenridge County with an easy 4 points within the first minute of play in the second half. So they're going to slow down just a little bit. Get a little play set up. Cassidy for the three at the top of the key is
good.
Good.
She knocks it down. Cassidy now has 8 on the game following that three. And nice press break there by Muhlenberg.
Kennedy there, I hear you.
I have to admit, the announcing is very nice.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Opportunity for a 4-point play.
Yeah, I saw that coming. Leah Mucker got her hand on it there. Not a good foul at all.
So 3 knocked down there by Vincent, the senior. An opportunity to cut the lead back to 21. I guess, it's cutting the deficit a little bit.
Just gotta cut slowly whenever it's this big of a lead.
And she knocks it down. So a big 4-point play there. Maybe the momentum shift they need. I don't know. They definitely needed something though in the beginning of that second half.
Definitely not playing any press. They're gonna have to stay back and not let Burke County's speed get past them.
Yeah, I think that's probably been one of Muhlenberg's biggest struggles, is they have been out-hustled.
Nice bucket there by Aaliyah Mucker. She's got a quick 6 points in the start of the second half, and another steal.
And Leah now moving it around here, kicks to Sydney. So Aaliyah now, I believe, attributed with 3 steals early on in the second half.
Yeah, I believe so. I'm not sure what they called there.
I think it was a travel.
I don't know.
I saw one of the refs make the travel, but I don't know.
I don't know, because that would have been on us. I'm not sure.
Who's to say? Anyways, we have the ball, so that works, I suppose.
Nice move there.
Nice finish there by Sydney Tucker. And it says we only have 1 foul, so it wasn't an offensive foul.
I'm not sure what that was. If it was an offensive foul, it would have been change of possession.
Yeah, that's what's got me confused.
Sure, really.
But who's to say? Currently now a 25-point game after the Lady Tigers have extended the deficit pretty substantially here since the beginning of this second half. The only points that the Lady Mustangs have had were that 4-point play by Vincent as turnover there.
There's another unfortunate turnover for the Lady Mustangs.
I think turnovers have been, especially at the beginning of this quarter,
really
what's
what
killed
has
them.
hurt. Yeah.
They struggled a lot with that early on in the second and third quarters. So far, we've seen a lot of turnovers from the Lady Mustangs as opposed to in the first.
Another bucket. That's 8 points now for Aaliyah Mucker within 2.5 minutes of play.
Yeah, I believe she now has 15 on the game. And things definitely looking up for the Lady Tigers right now. They're up 27.
And another steal.
Oh, my goodness.
For Aaliyah Mucker and another basket.
Wow.
So 10 points now to Aaliyah Mucker within the first 3 minutes.
So I believe she now has 17. We saw Isabel Grimes put on quite a performance in the second quarter, and it looks like Aaliyah so far has been that player for us in this third quarter. And just 3 minutes into this quarter, Aaliyah already has 10 points. And I think 4 steals. I mean, it's been crazy.
Almost another turnover.
And we see Sydney Tucker once again defensively frightening other teams. A very imposing defensive player.
So Caroline Lucas and Skylar Tucker are going to come in now for Cassie McDaniel and Lily Critchlow.
As Lady Mustangs to inbound here on the sideline. Maybe having some trouble getting it in. And 5 second.
There was timeout.
Timeout, okay.
Actually, just in time,
I was going to say, just in the nick of time, that was very close to 5 seconds as Lady Mustangs going to have to significantly reroute the direction of this game.
Going to have to figure something out here.
So the lead is currently 29 for the Lady Tigers.
They're going to have to bring some more players down to the court to just get it across.
Yeah, they have had some major struggles. Honestly, they need to I don't know what they need to do. Probably set some screens off the ball to try and get people open. I think that's been their biggest struggle is they're not having anybody open right now.
But they've also only been working 2 people and leaving the others down low. I mean, they're going to have to bring some players up just to get it across. I mean,
yeah. The Lady Tigers
defense
defense
is not going to let up at all.
They have been stifling so far this game, I would say, in the full court and in the half court. I mean, you saw just with the Lady Mustangs trying to inbound there, they could not get the ball in.
I mean, if Breck County's not up by 40 points at least, they won't slow the game down.
I think that's kind of the mentality that we've gotten to. So It looks like we have dropped back into maybe a 2-3. Not certain on that.
I believe we have. Yeah, we have.
Judging by where Isabel and Skylar both positioned, I'm
Yeah.
almost certain we have to be in a 2-3. But Bogus has it. Lynn goes for 3. No good there. Rebounded by Sydney Tucker. As she's going to take it the other direction. Has Caroline in the corner, but finds Skylar inside. Nice pass there as Aaliyah has it. Kicks over to Isabel, who kicks back to Aaliyah in the corner.
Pass there to Aaliyah.
She goes for 3 and knocks it down.
Brett County just ran away with it at the start of this third quarter.
Yeah, so Lady Tigers have scored 18 in this quarter, and Lady Mustangs have scored 4. Only the 4-point play. That has been their only basket, only points of this quarter. So Lady Tigers came out looking for blood in this second half, as Isabel's going to take it the other way. Can't quite finish. And Lady Mustangs now going to try and maybe get some points on the board here. Fields has it, kicks over to Lynn. She goes to Browning in the corner and kicks back up to Lynn now. They're going to reset. They're trying to get some motion offense going here. The Lady Tigers defense has been one of the best aspects of their game this whole season. Bogus has it. She drives, gets it knocked away, and it goes out on her.
I'm not sure about that call. Thought it was off. Was it Caroline maybe?
I think that was who got a hand in there, but
It may have rolled off the knee. I'm not sure.
There's always a possibility, but I don't know. I couldn't see from that angle, so it makes it a bit difficult for us to know, but I don't know how that could have been out on Bogus. So Caroline Lucas has it now at the top. Kicks to Aaliyah, and she's going to step back. She drives, kicks over to Natalie Henning, who's just coming to the ball game. She goes for 2. Nice finish there by Natalie Henning.
A little contested jump shot there at the free throw line.
So that's her first points of the game.
Muhlenberg was a little confused at who's going to bring the ball up.
So Muhlenberg just kind of trying to get something done here, as the lead is now 34 for the Lady Tigers. And
so Fields had the ball. Now it's over to Lynn. Back to Fields.
kicks to Vincent at the top now. Kicks it over to Bogus. He's trying to get some action going here. They find Fields on the inside.
Nice little ball movement, but Breckinridge County always there to stop anything before any shot goes off, as Vincent does get a 3.
And no good. Rebound by Aaliyah Mucker. And they are slowing it down now. 2.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. As Aaliyah's going to take it, and she can't quite finish, but rebound by Kaylee Huffines. She can't finish. And I believe over the back going to be called on Kaylee. As, yes, it looks like it. All right, so that's her first of the game. And I feel like the biggest problem for Kaylee is that she's so tall. She has difficulty not going over the back of other players just to get the rebounds. She's had a lot of struggles with it in JV games, but I think she does a very good job composing herself, especially when she does pick up fouls, and I think she does a great job. Already a great player and still going to get a lot more years of experience. So
nice little bucket there by Bogus.
As Muhlenberg finally getting some action here in this third quarter. Caroline Lucas has it and nearly throws it away, but Aaliyah comes away with it. As she hands off to Kaylee Huffines at the top of the key. It's over to Aaliyah on the wing. And she finds Skylar inside. Foul now called on Fields there. The 5'5" sophomore. And subs now coming in for Muhlenberg. It's like a decent portion of their lineup is going to come out of the game. As Vincent and Browning both, as well as Fields, coming out of the game. And Lynn as well coming out now. So I believe Bogus now the only starter in for the Lady Mustangs. And she is their leading scorer, as we talked about earlier. Skylar Tucker has it now. It's to Aaliyah Mucker at the top. Natalie Henning has it. She goes for a deep 2. No good. Rebound there. And Lady Mustangs are going to take it the other direction. As Hofsinger has it. Bogus goes for 3. Air ball.
Not sure if Aaliyah had a hand on it. We'll skip down court to Aaliyah from Skylar. Oh, missed the layup.
Aaliyah can't quite finish there. As Bogus has it now, quickly moving in transition. And Isabel Grimes guarding. Nice pass there. And Joins goes up, and she's fouled.
Not much of a score change in a while.
No, not really a whole lot of, not necessarily not a lot of action. It's been more of just not a lot of shots have fallen.
Yeah.
We've had a couple missed, basically layups down here, as Joins knocks down the first there. And score now a 31-point lead for the Lady Tigers as Joins misses the second. Rebound by Kaylee Huffines. Lady Tigers pushing it now in transition. Isabel has it, and she takes it all the way and fouled, nearly knocks it down. She's going to have 2 free throws now. And just as we say, the game's pace had certainly hastened. We have back-to-back possessions for the shooting foul, so Isabel Grimes now 2 free throws and a chance to extend the lead a little bit more. She knocks down the first. Isabel now has 14 on the game. And she goes up, knocks down the second.
So it's now 57-24 with 1 minute to go in the third quarter.
So Isabel, who I believe was our leading scorer against Bethlehem, has now 15 points on this game. So
I believe that's how many she had against Bethlehem.
And she gets a hand on it in that passing lane. You can see her camped out on the other end of the court waiting for the pass.
There'll be a jump ball called, and it's going to favor the Mustangs.
Okay, so the Mustangs to inbound here. And things certainly slowing down now as Duvall has it. And she kicks it down to Profit. She's going to drive and goes for 2. Blocked by Skylar Tucker.
Another block for Skylar.
Oh, and referee nearly gets in the way there, but Isabel Grimes gets it. 3 well off the mark. Rebounded by the Mustangs, though. That was Stewart with the board. Spagus has it. And dribbling around now. 25 seconds remain, so
nice pass in.
Question over whether the Mustangs are going to go for the last shot, and they aren't. Kaylee Huffines with the rejection. Skylar Tucker now taking it the opposite direction, and they're going to call the double dribble, as I think the ball was knocked away from her there.
I believe it was knocked out there. Just didn't see it. It's fine. We're up 57-24. I don't think anybody's too.
Not exactly a point of concern.
As a coach, shouldn't be too worried about that.
I'll agree, and I thought that was a pretty solid transition possession. It was just an unfortunate break for them, as Bogus has it, and she's going to go up for the last shot. No good. It's like Skylar Tucker may have gotten a finger on it, but the score now sits at 57-24, favoring the Lady Tigers going into this fourth quarter of play. As, let's see, the Mustangs had 7 in that quarter, and the Lady Tigers had 19. So definitely a good chance at extending the lead there, and they certainly capitalized on it.
Yep.
As Aaliyah Mucker now has 20 points on the game following that kind of decimation there in the first 3 or 4 minutes. She had 3 or 4 steals and made some quick transition baskets, and has certainly helped to extend the lead. And things, I would say, definitely looking up for the Lady Tigers. They haven't really been looking down much at all this game, but they have upped the action significantly in the second and third quarters. I think they've played a very good defensive game. Let's see, so they gave up, 7 points there, I believe. They gave up the 4-point play that we saw for Vincent at the beginning of about 4 minutes into the quarter, I think. And then, I don't know, I think free throws were the rest of Muhlenberg's points there. His Lady Tigers get possession to start off this fourth quarter of action. Cassidy McDaniel is going to have it at the point. Caroline Lucas now has it on the wing, kicks to Aaliyah Mucker at the top of the key. Cassidy has it, thinks about the 3, kicks over to Aaliyah. She goes for 3, no good. Rebound there, falls to Browning, as the Lady Mustangs going to take it the other direction. August has it. And about 7.5 minutes to go, about 25 seconds into this fourth quarter. And they swing it around here as Stewart operating in the middle a little bit. She has it now. Kicks to Bogus. And Lady Mustangs moving around. Bogus drives around Caroline Lucas there. And rebound falls to Lynn. She knocks it down. So 57-26 now the score. Lady Tigers with a pretty significant lead, as I would say considerably an insurmountable quantity.
Insurmountable quantity.
That's pretty much what it is. They've scored 26. They have 31 to go. As
gosh,
Aaliyah, Aaliyah finishes there after the foul. So opportunity here for a 3-point play. and it now sits at a 33-point lead. Opportunity to get to 34. She knocks it down.
And we still have the starters in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the starters minus Isabel, to be fair.
My bad.
To be fair. But yeah, still playing a pretty aggressive game here with over double the score at Muhlenberg. But, you know, we do what we do. It's a thing that we do. As Lady Mustangs trying to get some points on the board here early in the fourth quarter. So far, Lynn, their only bucket, as Bogus has it. Finds Browning inside, triple teamed there, as Sydney Tucker now dives on it. Jump ball, I believe, going to be the call here. And looks like that is the call.
Yeah,
it's going to stay for the Lady Mustangs. And referees now having some sort of interaction. Not sure what that was about, but Lady Mustangs to inbound now on the baseline. They get it into Lynn. And Vincent has it now. I believe the majority of Muhlenberg's starting lineup is still in the game right now.
Nice takeaway there by Lily Critchlow.
So you said nice defensive play there by Lily to get that ball. And she is a great defensive player. That's one of our biggest assets on this team for sure, is her ability to defend in the post. And Caroline, unfortunately, going to travel there, tries to throw it to Aaliyah, and then kind of just picks up the ball from where she threw it to. So Lady Mustang's going to get it after that turnover. Coach Mormon looking a little bit exasperated after that one. So Lynn has it.
And here comes Isabel and Skylar.
So looks like we got a lineup change now. Only having 9 players. We have 4 coming in right now. So Lady Mustang's moving it around. Browning has it in the paint. She goes up for 2, and she's fouled and 1. I believe foul going to be on Lily Critchlow there. So opportunity for a 3-point play here now for Alyssa Browning, the senior for the Lady Mustangs. And looks like everybody's going to come out but Cassidy McDaniel. So Lady Mustangs with a chance now to cut the lead to 30 if they can get a couple buckets here. And free throw on the way now for Browning. She goes up. No good. Rebound to Isabel Grimes as she pushes quickly in transition considering the scoreline. Cassidy's going to go for 3. No good in the corner. Rebound there. Falls to Joins, and they're going to go the other direction quickly as Bogus has it now. And she steps on the sideline there. So another turnover by Bogus, and she has just had a tough game. I think she's trying to do sort of everything for the Lady Mustangs right now and just hasn't been able to. I think the Lady Tigers defense has just been way too stifling for what the Lady Mustangs were anticipating going into this one. As Cassidy McDaniel now has it at the top of the key. It's over to Skylar Tucker. She goes for 3. No good. And rebound falls to Lynn there. And the Lady Mustang's going to take it the other direction. So Lynn has it at the top of the key. It's over to the left wing there, Vincent. As Lynn has it back at the top once more. August goes for 3. No good. Rebound falls to Skylar Tucker. And she's going to push in transition now. Hands it off to Cassidy McDaniel. And Isabel has it. Kicks to Natalie in the corner. Isabel Grimes going to drive in. Goes for 2. No good. It's about 4.5 minutes remain here. Still a 32-point lead for the Lady Tigers. I would say things definitely looking good for them. They are certainly in the driver's seat of this one.
Ooh,
3 on the way. Knocked down by Bogus.
Nice deep 3 there.
As I would say, like, I don't know, probably over half the points of Muhlenberg in the second half have been 3-pointers, including a 4-point play for them. And Lady Tigers now in the half court, working it around here. Isabel has it. About 4 minutes remain now. Lady Tigers up 60-31. And also, I believe, Thursday evening at 5:30 and 7 is a doubleheader. The Lady Tigers play first, and this is against Cloverport. So one of our district opponents, as Lady Tigers play at 5:30. So pregame show will likely be 4:45-ish, in that range if there is a pregame show. And then the Fighting Tigers play at 7. So definitely be looking forward to that. And again, stay updated on Twitter. Follow all the Breck County Athletic pages as well as Breck Live and Breckenridge County Schools if you don't already. Cassidy McDaniel goes for 3. No good. And jump ball called as Kaylee Huffines hustles for that one. Possession arrow favors the Lady Tigers, who are going to inbound on the baseline. As Leah Mucker now checks into the game for Natalie Henning. So I'd say this one's pretty well wrapped up. Not to question the abilities of the Lady Mustangs, but maybe haven't played their best game. This would put them at 1-7 on the season. I don't think they've won any games in the region yet so far, so hopefully they can pick that up. But Leah Mucker has it. It's into Kaylee Huffine. She goes for 2. We fouled there, but not really much need in calling it. So,
yeah, Coach Mormon still upset about it though.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm not
sure why.
Not particularly sure, but finish there by Stewart cuts the lead to 27. So Isabel Grimes has it. They're moving in transition once again. She's going to drive. Foul called there on Fields, the sophomore. As Lady Tigers now to inbound on the baseline. 2 minutes, 52 seconds to go here. And for those of you just now tuning in, this was once a game. About in the first quarter, it was pretty close. But then the second quarter, the Lady Tigers
nice spin
kind of
move
took
there
over.
by Cassidy McDaniel.
So the Lady Tigers have pretty much just put on a defensive show, particularly in the second and third quarters. Muhlenberg saw almost no action, and 3 on the way there for them. Again, no good. And offensive rebound, though, as Fields goes for 3, no good. Joins has it and travels. Seemed to jump and then saw the hand of Skylar Tucker and then tried to jump again. So that was interesting. And I can kind of see why they would be scared, considering I think Skylar has like 3 or 4 blocks this game.
I think she's racked up 4 now.
That is crazy. And some very athletic plays from them so far. As Isabel Grimes has it, hands off to Sydney Tucker, gives it to Caroline Lucas, hands off to Skylar, who hands off to Sydney. She's going to drive into the paint, and jump ball called. So that
it's a very fast jump ball call.
Yeah, as possession arrow is going to favor the Lady Mustangs. About 2 minutes remain now. Lady Tigers still with a comfortable 29-point lead. And things certainly looking good for them. And hopefully they can keep this momentum going into the Cloverport matchup on Thursday. As Lady Mustangs swinging it around now. Fields has it, kicks into Stewart. Stewart's going to drive. Huffines with the rejection. Nice play by her as she kicks out to Isabel. She's going to go the other direction. She goes up for 2. I think goes up for 2.
What that was.
It looked like she shot it and it just got blocked so far the other direction. I don't know.
I assume that was a block.
I mean, just the momentum of her arms. It didn't look like she was shooting. Or it didn't look like she was passing.
If that jump ball, that bucket would have went in for, I don't remember who shot it. Would they have given her the assist?
I don't know.
At that point, it looked like a pass. But
yeah,
also,
it went in a straight line.
It went in a straight line like a pass.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's no way she could have passed that.
Yeah, it was weird. But Sydney Tucker finishes. So she now has, I believe, 7 on the game following that finish there. So about 1 minute and 20 to go here.
I know the word I was trying to say. It was jump shot. I don't know why I couldn't get it out. I said jump ball.
It happens. As Sydney Tucker can't quite finish that one. She has 2 free throws now. So maybe that was a makeup call. Maybe they knew Coach Mormon was upset and they just really wanted him to get the foul call.
I don't know. We're up 31. So
yeah. Well, the game has nearly reached its end. I mean, I don't really have much else to add. It's been a very good game for the Lady Tigers. They've played well. As Sydney Tucker is going to knock down the first one, and she now has 9. So guess about to knock down the second one, I hope. I'm going to go ahead and predict it. She is going to make this one. She goes up, knocks it down.
Nice prediction.
Oh, gosh. Sometimes it just works. So the Lady Mustangs are going to take it the other direction. 1 minute remains now as Duvall has it. And she kicks over to Lavelle, who kicks it inside to Joins. Stewart now has it in the corner. Kicks back to Joins on the inside. And it looks like a 3 on the way there.
Bank is open tonight.
Banked in there by Duvall as Lady Tigers now have it. And Coach Mormon now still – okay.
Don't be calling plays.
Okay, I think he just wants us to move the ball around.
Okay.
I think that's the play call is don't score. I think that's kind of the sportsman-like thing to do as the Lady Tigers have it. And they are going to close this one out. Score currently 66-36. So Lady Tigers going to get a big win here over the Muhlenberg County Lady Mustangs. Bit competitive there in the first quarter. In score 13-7 and then 35-17 at half, and then eventually 54-24 at the end of the third quarter. And then now ending the fourth quarter, Lady Tigers are going to round off the night 66-36 win over the Lady Mustangs. Very good performances across the board for them. Cassidy McDaniel had 10. Aaliyah Mucker had 23. Isabel Grimes had 15. Sydney Tucker had 10. Skylar Tucker had 2. Kaylee Huffines had 2. And Natalie Henning had 2. So I thought they played a pretty good game. They started off a little bit slow offensively, but defensively they played well the entire game. Muhlenberg did not have a lot of open shots at all. Do you have anything to add to that one?
I mean, the score says it pretty well. Muhlenberg just not able to hold back the Breckinridge County defense. We started off kind of slowly. Muhlenberg was incredibly had lots of energy that was on part of Breckinridge County, but about the start of the second quarter, it just kind of fell and it kept going down as the rest of the game happened. And that started that third quarter. It just I think that just drained them.
Yeah.
From the rest of the game.
They pretty much had their starters in the whole time, I think.
Until towards the end, then they took them out, and I mean that goes with Breck County too. We had a lot of our starters in, but then again our varsity bench. I mean it's just mostly it is our starters.
It's thin, yeah.
I mean,
so following that game, the Lady Tigers will go to 14-2 on the season, and the Lady Mustangs will fall to 1-7 on the season. That's going to continue on. Now what I believe is going to be a 4-game losing streak for them, unfortunately. But I don't think this game is going to have much impact on RPI. I mean, obviously a big win. You like to see it. So Lady Tigers' next game again is against Cloverport the 25th, this Thursday. Lady Tigers start at 5:30, so I'm assuming there will be a pregame show at 4:45. That is the hope. So, again, stay tuned on Twitter for all of that.
It might just be you for like 15 minutes.
Well, that's a possibility. We will see what happens there, but we will try and keep you guys as entertained as possible, as we generally try and do. So, hopefully they can pick up some quick momentum now, and the Lady Tigers eventually coming up on that big looming Henderson County matchup on March the 5th. So, we'll see how that finishes, see how we move into the district and regional tournaments, and I'm going to let you wrap us up here. I think about all I have to say.
So 30-point win for Breckinridge County, 66-36. Impressive performance from Isabel Grimes, Cassidy McDaniel, and, of course, Aaliyah Mucker. So, as we said, make sure to tune in Thursday for the boy-girl doubleheader. We will see you then. Not sure who's going to be commentating the boys' game.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out as it goes. That's normally how we roll here at Breck Live. So, just make sure to tune in. Be ready for another trivia questions.
Yes, I will try and make an easier one.
Try to make one that
not so research intensive.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys for joining. Have a great night, and we will see you then.